Afternoon, everyone. Sorry, I was just looking at my phone because I've got my headphones plugged in again. What is going on with that? Why is that taking so long? I think clearly it's really far behind. So I'm going to try and listen to the audio. How are you? Double me, double me, double me. Hi, Mandy, and hello, Kirsty. I can see the two of yous that are in. How are you doing this fine Sunday afternoon? Are you all right? Alexa, bed 2 lights orange.
Okay.
Orange. So we've got Tottenham Spurs. Tottenham Spurs. That's the same two teams. That's the two teams the same. Spurs, Arsenal, North London derby. How's everybody diddling? Kirsty, how you doing? I haven't seen Nick's video. I've been recording and editing and getting the quiz sorted for tonight. Ooh, getting the quiz sorted for tonight. I've got 2 more questions to set up of ones that can't really be Googled or looked up in any speed with any quickness. So hopefully it should work. So we'll see how it works. I'm diddling not bad, Mandy. Diddling not bad at all. How have you been diddling? What have you been up to? I did have the other match on and I saw that Newcastle won, but I wasn't really watching because I was, as I said, setting up the quiz. La quiz. Quite looking forward to this because I didn't really watch the other one. I need to move the screen a little bit because it's a bit wonky. It's a bit wonky. Hang on. It doesn't need to be that wonky. There we go. That's better. That's better. Oops. Tripping over all my wires. Tripping over all the wires. Louise, how are you doing? I've just recorded your request, Louise. Polyphia. Ego death. I've just done it. I was literally editing it as we started here. So your dedication is on the front end of that and dedicated or specifically because you requested it. So you're on that one, Louise. Yes, get in there, boss. So I won't tell you what I thought of it. You can watch the reaction, which should drop, after this stream. And then I shall continue on my Tool Undertow album, first album, which we're now up to 208 subs. We smashed through the 200 barrier. Woo! 200 subs. What did I think? I didn't know it was instrumental for a start, but I liked it. And I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Steve-O, how you doing, Steve? I think somebody else had said it as well, Louise, but I couldn't remember. And there's been so many comments. I have literally gone through every single comment. I tried to reply to everybody's comments, and I'll continue to do that because I do have the time to do that. So I will continue to try and reply to everyone's comments. They're all so nice. All the Tool Army, they're all so nice. They've all been very complimentary. Somebody suggested that I will receive some criticism at some point, but he was enjoying it. So it's been all good. It's all been all positive so far. And obviously it's helped to grow the channel. As I said, smashed through the 200 barrier. Woo! Or Triad. Is it Triad or Triad? I keep saying Triad. Triad. How you doing, Triad? Part of the Tool Army. Woo! In for a bit of Spurs. Arsenal. I know, yeah. That's what I was just saying. Smashed it. I think I was at 44. About 3 days ago, before I started the Tool reactions, I was at 44. So yeah, overwhelmed with the support. And like I said, everyone's been really nice and really supportive, including yourself. So thanks for dropping in and seeing us. This is the Mad Crew for the community where we started doing the World Cup reactions. Is where we started. Triad, that's where we started these reactions a good 6-7 weeks ago. Now we started doing football World Cup reactions, and it's just gone on from there. And this is the community. We sit in and we do a little bit of chitter-chatter and see what's happening and watch a bit of football and do all the kinds of stuff, as you'll see if you drop in. But thanks for dropping in, everyone. Welcome to Triad, everyone. Part of the Tool Army. Good to see you in. Karina, how you doing? Karina. Nice to see you. To see you. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're doing okay. They're off. They're off, everyone. They're off. So yeah, tried. I was just saying I've gone off on my first tangent this afternoon before I come back to Tool this afternoon or this evening, and I did a song suggested by Louise, who's in the chat today. Ego Death by Polyphia. So I've done that one, and I was just editing it before we started here. And I'll finish editing that. And when we finish the stream here, I'm going to go on and do another song from Undertow. Looking forward to it. Yeah, so here we go then. 0-0. Could do with Arsenal getting a little sneaky loss here for Man United. For Man United to come strong. But yeah, what's everyone been up to? Steve, how you feeling? Are you shattered, Steve? Are you shattered? Or are you well ready for your second week back at work after the festive period? How you feeling, son? How you feeling? Oh, I have got my headphones here. Yeah, all set up to listen to the... It is behind, though. That's anything. It is behind. Seems a bit pointless. I suppose I could pause it. Is Alex doing something else? Is he up to something else, Alex? Is he hanging clocks? Oh, I've done a merch store, everyone. I've set up a merch store. I don't think the products are live yet. I've only done a mug and a clock. Just on the back of Alex erecting his clock the other night. So I've called it Erectus Clockus. Erectus Clockus. So I've done a clock and a mug. It's just the Kevin-7 logo. Just to see if it worked. So I don't think the products are live yet. I think when you go into it, it says can't find it. Nick, how you doing? I didn't see you come in there, Nick. Good to see you. Another fan of the Tool Army, I would say you're in as well, Nick. Is that fair to say? Tidying the garden after last night's storm. All right, okay. Well, you hit bad with it. Rested and ready for the onslaught. Just had a roast dinner with the family around your mum and dad's. Excellent. That sounds delicious. Erectus Clockus, yes, that's what it's called. So I don't know whether they're live yet. Corinne. It was just to try them out. Oh, you're in Florida? Very good. Right. Well, I'm in the Midlands, in the UK. So it's about, I'm about 20 miles, I think, here from Birmingham, and about 6 or 7 miles from Wolverhampton. I'm in a town called Telford, in a medieval village. A medieval village called Wellington in Telford. But yeah, there's a couple of my brothers in America. My younger brother's in America. He's in Huntsville, Alabama, and Daniel of Arius and the Nation, who is also heavily connected to the channel, good friend of mine, of Embrace the Suck 21 as well, one half. He is in Maryland, and he may pop in if he gets a chance. Darren might pop in as well. But yes, there's a few people over the way that yes. Oh, are you James? Are you? Well, good to see you, James. Good to meet you, James. Everyone, triad is James. Bosh. In with James. Love it. We do love a name in here. We love to get to know everyone. That's the point of the community, isn't it? So, yeah, I'm still wanting to try and sync this bad boy up because it's about 9 minutes behind on my headset. Everybody got the match on? Are you watching the match or not? Store for all of them, yeah. Everyone just get it from the same Zazzle shop, all the stuff. Messiness, right? Okay. Casper, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. You're watching the match, Karina. Excellent. Good to know. You know what? It is really far behind on my phone. Really far behind. I'm talking like 30 or 40 seconds here. So I'm not waiting that long for that to catch up. I'll just listen without. I don't need the headset anyway. I don't need that. I can see what's happening in front of me anyway. So yeah, so later I'm going to carry on with my tool journey. Looking forward to that. I'm going to try and do one at least every day. Obviously, I work full time, so when I get back into work next week, I'll try and do one every day, if not every other day at least, because I'm really enjoying that. Getting to know this band and get to know more about them. And then obviously this evening, as I was saying, the ones that you're just in, I've been setting up the quiz, the test quiz, to see if it works on a live platform. And I think I've got 2 more questions to get. Question 9 and question 10 is still to be set. But I've tried to do it with questions that are not really Googleable. I don't know that's a word for sure. Googleable it's a new word. I've just put it in the dictionary for everyone. So I'm trying to go with stuff that's not Googleable. Not in the time we're going to do. So we can set the time limit. I'm thinking 30 seconds per question. And we can split it just to get it set up, split it into 2 rounds, first 5 and the second 5. We'll do 5 questions and then another 5 questions. And I'm still to decide if we do the answer after each question or at the end of each round. But it will involve me putting stuff up on the screen. Oh, this could be a goal. Good save. Oh, Tottenham on the ropes. No, they're going to get it clear. I think. Yes. Arsenal are a good team, aren't they? Good team. Disposition reflection. Right, okay. Is it on Sky? Is on Sky, Louise? Yes, it's on Sky. Just here for the bants, right? Fair enough, Steve. Fair enough, Steve. Oh right, I see. Right, I missed the first part of that sentence there. So Triads is the 3rd track from the trilogy from the Lateralis Disposition Reflection. Right, fine, gotcha. With you. Yeah, so I've learned a lot of phrases from all the comments. Everyone's putting like spiral out and things like that. I've learned learning lots from everybody's great comments. Some people are putting in like really detailed information, which is good. Helps me to learn, which I like to. I don't like to be going stuff ignorant of what things are and what's happening. And all the suggestions for how the videos have gone so far have been off the back of what the Tool Army have suggested. Bigger me, and we've all seen the album cover before. We don't need to see the album cover. So yeah, all really good suggestions, which I've tried to go with, and it seems to be working well. Karina loves a bit of Tool as well, yes. And and Tool literally means penis as well, by the way, everyone. I did look that up as well. Maynard, the lead singer, said it is, it's just about your meat. Yeah, well, it is getting into it, isn't it, Mandy? It's just getting into it. And if other people haven't heard of them as well, and I think it was Louise that said she'd heard of them, but she'd never heard anything by them. So it's, and what's been really good has been watching the videos back again. I've watched them back so many times because I'm trying to decide if I've got a favorite yet, but it's really hard to decide if I've got a favorite yet because I don't think I have. But there are some ones that I've really liked, all of them, and some maybe more than the others. But I'm going to maybe wait till I've done maybe 10. And then I think at 10, my plan would be to dip into a live. I'd like to get some good amount of songs under my belt before I dip into a live performance from them. And there's some people suggested some good live performances from Danny Carey, the old Octopus. His nickname is the Octopus, which I'm sure it was either Invincible or James that had told me that that's his nickname, the Octopus. And damn right, very apt. Hands all over these drums. Oh, yeah, I've not even got it on, Steve. I've not even got the bloody live chat on. Bloody hell. Not even got it on myself. Bosh, got it on. Cheers, Steve. Don't forget the live chat, everyone. Consistently change depending. I know, I know. I think it will. I think it will. But I just didn't expect. I didn't expect what's happening. I didn't expect what's happening. Not even in terms. I don't mean in terms of the subs in the channel growing. I didn't expect that at all. But I didn't expect to be so into it so quickly. That's not what I expected. But I suppose if you like something, you like something, don't you? It's been the same with other bands, and I'm sure it's all the same for you. If you like a band, you like them. Something just clicks straight away with you. Other bands you might need. Well, let me have another 3 or 4 listens to a few more of this, a bit more of their stuff, and then I can make a bit more of a decision. But when something just hits you, you know it's going to come, and it's going to be it's going to be rocking your mind, which is what's happening. Which is definitely what's happening. Oof, bit of a barge in the back there. It is. And what I've said, I think I've said on a couple of the videos, or I might have said it, but then edited it out because it was a bit too long. It's funny, or I might have said it in a comment. It's funny being, I'll get really jealous of watching other reaction channels because they're discovering something that I love for the first time. And it's like, oh, I wish I could discover that again and live through that again for the first time. And it's good being on the other side of that. It is good being on the other side of that. And then being able to watch it back, as I said, being able to watch your own reaction back and see, because I don't really remember what I'm just reacting as it's happening. Obviously, it's not scripted or set out in any way. It's just put it on and see what happens, which is obviously the best way. Clearly, the best way. It's getting dark very quick. What time is it anyway? Here, what time is it here? Where are we? 4:45. It's very dark. I'm getting surrounded by cats because it's getting to the feeding time. Feeding time is close. How is it in Florida today, James? What's Florida like? Is it fair in Florida? What time are you at in Florida there then? What's your timestamp in the world? Are we in the future? I'm sure we're in the future from you. And I'm 6 hours in the future from Darren. I think we're 5 hours in the future from Daniel. Storming there as well, Casper, is it? Okay. It's been windy though. We're fixing the fence next door. Next door's fence came down, but it was a little bit knackered to begin with. I have got a bit that's broken on mine, which I might need to go out and not from the storm. It was already sort of broken. Nothing too bad though, but I might need to go out and fix that at some point. Not content worthy. Won't take very long. 11:45 a.m., 60 degrees and sunny. Excellent. Nice one, James. Nice one. There we go. And what are the plans for today? What happens in Florida on a Sunday? What are you up to, my friend? That'll be offside, surely. Tottenham had no touches. Oh, it's gone in. Oh, that was just terrible from Spurs. That was That's one of the worst goals I've ever seen let in by a goalkeeper. That is horrifically bad. That's just too easy. He just walked it in and then just passed it back. What happened? I need to see that again, in fact. It looked rubbish. Oh, he was onside. Oh, the keeper just pushed it into the net. Oh, the keeper pushed it in. Maurice just pushed it in. Ah! That's bad. I know I'm laughing. You shouldn't laugh. That's bad, though. That's bad. That's as bad as the De Gea one, where he was at the near post, holding onto the post like it was going to fall over. What is he actually doing? I don't actually get what he's trying to do there. What is he trying to achieve with that one? Chadio, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. How you getting on today, son? You're in the States as well, I know. Whereabouts are you, Chadio? I always forget. Where are you? Just because we've got James in from Florida today. Join the chat for the first time. Yeah, James, join the chat for the first time. Woo! Go on, James. So Chadio, yeah, I always forget. Whereabouts are you in the world? I know you're in the States. Whereabouts are you? Where been you? As we say in Wolverhampton. Where been you? I was trying to look at what time that goal was, but they've clearly not put that up in front of me. I'm going to have to check it for myself. That's so annoying. Right, hang on. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Don't run away. Don't run away. Yeah, I accept all of that. Oh, they've put it as a Lloris. Oh, well, of course it was. It was an own goal. Of course it was an own goal. I've got it as Saka. Lloris. That makes it even worse, doesn't it? 14. OG. That's the first time I've done an OG, I think, since I've been watching. OG. The big OG. Denver, Colorado. Excellent. Excellent. Thanks, Chadio. So we've got you there in Denver, Colorado, and we have got James in Florida. Lovely jubbly. It's supposed to be snow there tonight in Lancashire, right? Fair enough. They're a well-oiled machine. What do you mean in there, well-oiled machine? Oh, the NFL playoffs, 49ers dominated, right? Okay. Yeah, I might try and get into NFL. That's something that's been suggested from the community, James, to try and get in because I'd like to do some sporting reactions. Obviously, I do a bit of everything, trying to break the algorithm. Ooh, trying to break the YouTube algorithm by not sticking to one thing and just doing anything that I fancy, which is what's happening, which is what I love. So I might get into that. As well. You're an Arsenal. Are you an Arsenal fan, Chadio? You love a bit of Arsenal, do you? Iguana hunting, right? Okay. Are you a 49ers as well, Karina? Excellent. Raining later. It's not raining here. It's just very grim. It's just very grim. You're not watching football. You're watching handball. You never sent me a video of any handball. You said you were going to do that. Yeah, of course you are, Casper. Horse rescue. You're about to head out to a horse rescue. My goodness. What's happened to the horse? Where is the horse? Where is it for? What? More information required, Chadio, if you're still there. Definitely more information needed on that. I haven't listened to them intently, James, Iron Maiden, but I know of them. And again, I don't know. I just never. It's just not never something I got into. But I definitely know of them, and I know I will know that some of their songs for sure. But it's never. I think I might have an album somewhere, possibly, but I never got into them either. So again, I think I've got options for so many tangents. Obviously, Maynard's got other bands which I'm going to go off and look at as well. But no, I do know the band Iron Maiden. Somebody else had said about Iron Maiden as well. Local MLS team, right? Okay. Super offensive. We don't hate handball. We just don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. We don't like change. We don't like change. Place that rescues horses. It's not far from me. I'm thinking about sponsoring. Right. Very good. That sounds very good and admirable. Chadio, very good. Pins for subscribers could do on this bit here. That bit. I'll probably change that shirt because I've got about 40 shirts. So I'll probably change that one from time to time. I just went with the green and gold for now as a statement, making a statement, everyone. If you know, you know. Originally, the Nodding Donkeys. Yeah, that's very good. So a place that rescues horses, not rescues horses. You know what? I don't even want to ask about the conditions that some of the horses they get rescued from because it's not nice, is it? It's not nice. You know what? I've been watching a little bit of on YouTube, or quite a lot of actually. There's channels where obviously because of the war in Ukraine, people fled and left their houses, villages, towns, everything abandoned, but they couldn't take their pets with them. So they're going back and trying to rescue pets that have had puppies or dogs or cats or whatever they find, trying to feed them and help them and rescue them and give them lives back again. And that just breaks me every time I watch one. It just breaks me up. Yes, good old style, the good old fashioned one. Yes. Well, that was mine. I've not worn it many times. I've not worn it many times, but like a lot of my other shirts, some of them I've never worn. I don't think I've ever worn that one. I don't think I've ever worn that to play football in or just to have on. I've probably tried it on. I've never worn them. I just buy them because it's my team, um, and that's my way of because I can't always get to the ground, so I try and support them by giving them some money for a shirt. And I'll normally if I like the away shirt, I'll get the away shirt as well. I'll get the home and the away because the home's the home, isn't it? It's red, so the home's the home's red. It's the away that one that's normally a bit different or jazzy, a bit too jazzy. I'm loving Embrace This Up 21's in betweeners reactions. I know they're all on Patreon and everything, but I don't have their Patreon. I'm absolutely loving watching them watching the in betweeners. Very funny. The horse they want to sponsor was a breeding horse. She's had 21 babbies. What? Well, she must be a sweetheart to have 21 babbies. She must be of the nicest nature to put up with all them babbies getting born babies. I'm saying not. I know I'm saying babbies. That's the yam slang. Babbies. Are there any animals? I'm getting as an animal lover. He's looking for a towel. He wants a towel to wipe that ball with. You're not having it. Just chuck it, son. Just throw it. You've got big arms. You've got big hands. Just chuck it in, son. Wang it in. Wang it in there, son. Don't be shy. Oof. That is a long throw. You didn't need a towel for sure. Harry Kane doing the defending here. So yeah, I got the Rubik's Cube one out. Steve, how did Helen get on? Has she seen it? Has she managed to have a bash at the Rubik's Cube 4 one yet? Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse him. Wow. Hashtag repile lives matter. Well taken care of. That's good. That's good. Oh, what a blaster. Is that party? It would have been a party if he'd backed that one in. What's happened to Tottenham? Arsenal just all over him here. They're not getting a chance. Not giving him a chance at all. It's the first time I've ever, like I've said to you, it's the first time I've ever been able to have the subscriber count on my YouTube channel. And actually it means something. We're at 210 now, everyone. 210 we're at. It just moves up constantly. The tool army is just absolutely vast. Completely vast. I mean, you've still got to have people like you for them to react and or give you positive comments, and can't be an arsehole, can you? You've got to be likable to begin with. I'm not saying that I am, by the way. I'm not saying that I am likable. I've tried to be as honest as I can with my reactions, as I would do. Same as with the James Corden and the other ones that I've done. Tried to be as honest as I can, but I was of no way aware of how huge the Tool army was. Massive, vast, and I will be joining the Tool army subscription. I don't think it's a sub. I think it's a one-off payment. But I will be as soon as I sell the car, which hopefully will be next. Well, it'll go on Monday. The car's going on Monday, so however long it takes them to pay me, give me my money, man. 3 Snakes, Houdini Maiden, and Jambi. Great names. Love them names, James. They're crackers. Belters, as we'd say them, and belters, them names. Oh, Kirsty, you like a snake, do you, as well? Okay. Why am I not surprised by that? The lady that wears all black. She's just come down from Camden Town. She wears all black and you'll never see a frown. And we all shout when she comes round. Kirsty, where's your charges? Kirsty, where been your charges? That was ye olde. A bit of ye olde at the end there for you, Kirsty. I'm not plugged in here. Well, that's fine. I'm half percentage there. That's plugged in 87. That's plugged in. That's a monitor. I'm all good. Everyone check your percentages on your devices after we sing the Kirsty Where's Your Charges chant. Created by you, sung by me. Nice one. Yeah, snake call Houdini. Yeah, that's risky. You're pushing it there, James. That's risky. Has he ever done one? Has he ever done a Houdini? All red tail boas, right? Okay. You hoped I'd forgot. I'll never forget the song, Kirsty. Never. Everything that goes into the cage disappears, right? So as long as he isn't, is it a he? I'm taking it's a he. As long as he doesn't. A snake called Houdini. That's good. I like that. 96%, right? You're good, Chadio. You're all good. 96% is pretty decent, I would say. Bugger from Elsie. Just bugger from Louise. Bugger. That's like, what's his name? Is it Alf? In the betweeners. Bugger. He always gets splashed with some crap when he's off to meet a lady. Met a lovely lady. Very clean. Then he gets his trousers ripped off or he gets covered in some shit or something. Where are we at? 28 minutes here. But I don't think I've seen Spurs do anything. Has anybody seen Spurs do anything? Louise needs a charger. You needing a charger, Louise? I think I have got the connector there. The connector's there. I could plug. I don't need to plug my phone in. It's our eat. We're good. Oops. Did you see? I don't know whether anyone watched the other match. Mitrovic's penalty. He did a double kick. Oh, double kick, and it was ruled out. Free kick to Newcastle. And then they won it right at the end. They'll show that penalty over and over again, won't they? They'll show that one everywhere. 47%. Definitely get it sorted out before the quiz. There is a quiz, Steve. Yes, I have scheduled. I'm sure I've scheduled. I've scheduled now. I've scheduled. It's a picture of a white furry creature doing a quiz. That's what the icon for the thumbnail for the quiz for Rum and Rants tonight. 8:30, Steve. 8:30 for the quiz. It's only 10 questions. We'll just test it to see if it works. Because I'm not still 100%. I don't think any of you are either. I will do it. But I've got 7 questions. No, 8 questions. I've got 2 more to get. Ones that are, as I said, not really Googleable, searchable within a time limit. Not that I think anyone will cheat, because that's just pointless, isn't it? As Pip says, Pip's the one. Pip's the driver. He's the driver of the quiz. He loves a quiz. Darren loves a quiz as well. He's always going on about a quiz. See you later, James. Thanks for coming in, and thanks for subbing, and thanks to all the Tall Army. Good to see you on the live stream. I hope to see you again on the live stream, but thanks for coming in, and I'll check you later, James. Check out later on for another Tool video coming out later on, and I hope you have a good day. Enjoy your sport, and I'll see you next time. Check you later. Excellent. There we go. James has left always left really good positive comments on the Tool videos. One of the first people to leave comments, actually. Always very positive. So that was nice of him to come in. That was really nice of him to come in and meet you all, or us all meet him. I noticed nobody asked him if he liked trains. We know who he is. We know who he is. He's the Tall Army. Have Spurs done anything? Anyone? Is it? If Karina, you're watching this, have Spurs done anything? Doesn't seem that way. No, he's definitely not Moldovan. No. Check you later, James. Check you later. He's definitely not Moldovan. Florida, and a part of the Tool Army. And as I said, it seems like a very, very nice man. I think I might get eaten by these cats in a minute. Ruby's looking at me like, what the hell is going on here? Where's my dinner? You'll get it in a minute, girl. You'll get it in a minute, girl. Any minute, girl, you'll get it. What are you watching? You watching me on that TV there? She's on the windowsill. You'll probably be able to see it if I just turn that slightly. There she is. Look, that's where she's sitting, just down at me going, who are you talking to again? Nobody. You can just see a tail there, actually. You can just see a tail. No, nothing to report from Spurs, apart from they scored for Arsenal. That horrifically bad goal. What a bad goal. That was so bad. Just stop that. That's nonsense. All that is nonsense. You're just creating fluff balls everywhere. Well, I can see one attached to your foot. See, she just scratches her face, and that's what comes off, and then she just leaves that sitting. That's just from one scratch of her furry face. Yes, I'm talking about you, Lady Gaga. That is so far behind. Why is that so far behind on there? It always seems to be so far behind. Top chat, live chat, live chat. More meat on a sparrow, yes. I'm wiry, Steve. I'm wiry. And I think I've lost some weight through being unwell. Starting to put it back on again now. I haven't always been hungry. So I have lost a little bit. But it's going back on. I don't have scales. Everybody has scales. Anybody actually weigh themselves? I don't have scales in the house. That's one thing I might get. Get a set of scales. Bit of set of scales. Feed Steve to the cats. I'd feast for months. Someone's getting a card. He's on the floor. Is it Martinelli that's getting it? What's happening? Who's getting the card there? No, it is. No, it's Romero that's got the card. That's another great comment there from somebody. We are not amused, and from the Tool Army on one of the Tool reactions. Which one is it? 46 and 2. It's a form of time travel. It's very good. I shall reply to that later. I like to send a little message to everyone that's made the effort. I think it's only fair, unless it gets into the thousands and thousands. But as long as you manage them as and when they come up, you can usually keep. Oh, that was some goal. Odegaard. What's his name? Odegaard. Is that what it is? Woof! Smash that in. Am I lagging? That was me doing a bit of lagging there. Body popping lagging. Blood pressure and weight day for you, right? Okay. I don't know, Karina. Don't know. It says 24 hours, but I don't know. Hopefully tomorrow. You should be able to see it in it should be in the corner, or it's in the about. I've linked it, the merch. But when you go into it, it just says 404 unfound, because I think they're not properly official yet. You're all bone, so you're no good. You're free to get right after you had your breakfast. All easy and cheesy. Easy and cheesy. Yeah. I quite like the clock myself, actually. I might get the clock and see if I can pull it up somewhere here. It's just that, obviously, that K77 logo that's up in the comments thing in the corner there, that little fella up there. And that on a mug. It looks all right on a mug as well, with the brown background. Quite like it on a mug, actually. I might get one of them myself. Might get one myself. Might be one of the prizes from the quiz. It's a quiz prize. Oh, I'm waiting for them to tell me what all that was all about. Waiting too long here. That's what I was doing. 2-0. 2-0. Spurs. Being a bit Spursy. Let's see if I spelled it right first, because I think that's how you spell it. Oh, it's 2 A's, all right. How many minutes? 36. 36. Tottenham are a joke at home. How bad is that at home? Own goal from the keeper. One of the worst you'll see. And you're expecting something. I think what's happened as well, Steve, is probably the people that have come in and subbed off the back of the Tool reactions. I think as well, they have been watching the channel trailer, to see what it's all about. So they'll probably see what goes on in the live streams, because I did the little clips of the live streams. 211 we're up to now. 211 subs. So I think from that you can get a grip, or get to grips with what the live streams are all about. So hopefully they will. Hopefully they'll come in. That's the point of it, to grow the channel, to grow the community. James seems like a nice guy, obviously, and he has. But like I said, been really supportive in the comments, and I'm actually not that surprised that he did show up for a little chit chat and just to say hello. Probably just to check me out, check out what's happening here, and done his due diligence, which is fair enough. Fair enough. Yes, I haven't got I've got the lettering, Casper, but I can't. It would take me a long time to find all that lettering, so we'll just put it as that. That's what they've put it in on the Sky. That's what they've put it in as. Oh yeah, there's no N. I put an N in there. There's no N. Sorry, Odegaard. I've spelt your name wrong. There's no N. It's just without that N there. Is that it now? Yes, I've not put the special lettering in, but that is it. Good player, isn't he? Captain. That's why he's been the captain straight off. I know, yeah. Definitely. Daniel had said the same as well. I do like a pizza. Is that what you're having? Pizza? You know what I've got? I've got a quiche Lorraine, is what I've got for me tay. Quiche Lorraine. I'll have that before the rum and rants. Lovely bit of quiche Lorraine. When was the last time somebody had a bit of quiche Lorraine, by the way? And beans. Quiche Lorraine and beans I'm having. Stephen, how you doing? Good to see you. Afternoon, or are we evening now? What time is it? Just into it, just into it. Well, I would say 5 o'clock starts the evening, but I know a lot of people disagree with that. People say 4 o'clock starts the evening. I don't know. I would say 5 o'clock starts the evening, but 'tis what it is. Everyone each to their own and all of that jazz. Spurs need to do something, or otherwise Arsenal are just going to rip it out of them in the second half as well. At home, they're going to get properly booed again, aren't they? By everybody. I feel like having a cheeky rum, but I think it's a bit too early. I think it's a bit too early for a cheeky rum. Free kick here, edge of the box, right hand side for Arsenal. They've no draft excluder, but they've got a wall in front of the Arsenal. Have got the wall in front of the Spurs wall. No draft excluder. Into the wall. Not amount wheat, not allowed wheat, meat, wheat, or dairy. So I haven't had a pizza. Oh, right, okay. Since you were a wean, fair enough. I am, but I'll be sitting in an orifice. I'll be sitting in my office. They don't come into the office. It's normally me that goes out to seek them if I need them, if they are required. Wedges and salad, right? Okay, is that when you last had some? Okay. Shopping, you need to go and do a bit of shopping. Bit of shopping. Did mine yesterday, so I didn't have to today. Don't worry, Stephen. We know you're in. We know you said hi to everyone if you could. And if you've missed anyone, no one's going to hold it against you. For sure, no one will hold it against you. Aren't you a City fan, Stephen? How are you feeling? How are you feeling today? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Bit of Kilroy for you there. How you feeling? Or is it Liverpool? Are you Liverpool? No, I think you're Liverpool. I can't remember, Stephen. Are you Liverpool or City? Well, having a few problems with your hands? Or pizza based? No, I think I've seen something like that as well. Liverpool or Liverpool? I thought it was. Yes, you're with Nighty and Darren, aren't you? That's right, Nighty and Darren. Well, you're just as sad today as well, then, bloody hell. Probably more sad than the City fans today. Bad performance yesterday. Bad performance from Liverpool yesterday. I watched it on Match of the Day. Bad news. What's happened to Van Dijk now? Is he injured? Is he? I can't just say because one player's out that's why they're losing. They can't just say that, can they? I'm sure they wouldn't. But that was bad. That was a bad performance. Yes, I rub it in. No, I don't do rubbing in. I don't do rubbing in generally. Once it's done, it's done. I'll celebrate the result getting done, but once it's done, it's done. I don't like to do that because I wouldn't like it done to me. So I try not to do that. On the day is the day of the game. But yeah, that if well, I've had it. I've had it with United this season. Results, really shit results. Never good with real cheese without real cheese. Yeah. I heard somebody else say that recently, Karina, about cauliflower cheese. Can't think who that was. But obviously a subject that comes up quite often. Cauliflower cheese is staple, British staple. Oh, watch it. Oh, did you get to see the full game? Right. Okay. Yeah, they do that on MUTV as well, actually. Yeah. Well, I watched the highlights on it on Match of the Day, and yeah, it wasn't great. Where is Nighty? Where's he? Where's Nighty? Not seen Barnsley for a couple of a little bit either. I don't think Barnsley's been in. Nighty. He'll be definitely licking his wounds. So will Darren. Darren will be licking. I've not heard from Darren either. Darren will be very annoyed. Darren will be very annoyed. But actually, before the match, Darren was already. Yeah, I think he was WhatsApp me already saying, "Well, even if we lose, we're still going to be only this amount of points behind this team." And da da da. I think Darren was already set for losing yesterday. My proper pizza isn't totally covered with real cheese. Should stop watching those kind of expose shows. Oh right. Get pizza without cheese as well as using what is the flour, that flour called. That flour, that stuff. You know that stuff. So that's because of. And if I do that, yes, that doubles it up. My little studio. I'm surprised the camera's not gone off when I was doing stuff earlier on. It kept going off, that camera. But it's not currently. Ref, going to give us a break here. I need to go to the toilet. He might still go. You know what, Steve? Maybe he will still go there. Maybe he will still go. He want. I think he did want to go there, didn't he? So maybe he still will. They're not going to be shite for long, are they? Liverpool. I would be surprised. None of the big teams are shite for long after being so good. I mean, that's what they said on. Oh, Kane nearly got a cheeky one onside. Was he offside? No, I think he was on. Good save down at his feet. Spurs only need one. And then obviously you try and get a bit of fair wind behind you and the crowd behind you. I want to hear the boos if it is boos. Oh. I was rolling around in agony. Was a penalty? Penalty for Spurs. I don't know what he's done. He's pointing to the spot. I don't know what's happening. What's happening? What's happening? We had 30 shares of being shite. I know, but you weren't shite. You weren't like really rubbish though. You were still trying. You were still a big. You're still a big team. You know what I mean? Like I mean, United were the first season I watched. It's not. It's finished. The first season I watched United play, we finished 17th. When I was a proper fan and fully invested in the club as a youngster, we finished 17th. So, but I still enjoyed them playing. But Liverpool weren't rubbish. They just didn't win the Premier League, did they? I wouldn't have said they were rubbish though. They were still a threat. You had Steven Gerrard, for God's sake. And I'll carry on, have you, Steve? Oh, Matron. Right, half time then. Do what you need to diddly do, because I need to go and diddly do. And we will reconvene as always for the half that is after the first one. Not a great first half from Spurs at all, being the home team. Outplayed. I don't remember them having a shot apart from Harry Kane at the end there. Not good, not good, not good, not good. Need to do better, I would say. Spurs need to do better. So, get yourself a drink. Do something else. Oof. Oh, we've lost a sub. We lost a sub. It's gone back down to 210. We've lost somebody. Funny watching it move. I've got it here, look. But it just went down. He was at 211. It's moved back down to 210 again. We've lost somebody. It's funny, isn't it? Somebody's unsubbed. Somebody's unsubbed. Let's hope it's not James. Oh, my back. Right, so go and do what you need to do, everyone. And we'll be back. We'll be back. Yeah, all the cats. Oh, my God. I need to go and feed these monsters. Feed these minxes. You come in then, lady? Come on then. You come in? Yeah? Come on then. Oh, they're all up. There's movement now. Right. I'll see you all in minutes, in a couple of minutes. Who was captain when you started supporting Man United? I want to say Brian Robson, but I don't think it was at that point. I'd have to think about that one. I'd have to think about that. Right. Come on then. Come on then. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go then. Let's go. Let's do it. Come on then. Come on then. Where's the big blue one? Where's the menace? Where's the menace, boy? Harry. Harry. Hey, up me, now you big elephant. Elephante. I'll give you a fresh ball moving on to the couch. Oh, there you go. All right, here we go then.
This winter, we're here for you. So how does broadband at half the price for half the year sound? You heard right. Super fast fibre for just $14.49 for 6 whole months. Plus, there's nothing to pay up front. And it comes with a £20 money back guarantee. Half price broadband for half the year. That ain't half bad. Get your skates on. BT Winter Sale ends 1st of February. Now we know why it was so cold.
There you go.
It looks
Sorted.
expected to be so easy.
Sorted my five.
The first goal somehow. I've been absolutely outstanding Arsenal. Tottenham from here, and this is brilliant. I mean, I've got to say, because Saka's come short every time, and then that time he goes with spin, great run along the line. Then I think Cecil's got to engage, he can't let him do that, and then it's a bad mistake by the goalie. But watch this one. You've got Cecil on the near inside, never going to be offside. You'd expect to hear now, I want Cecil to come out here, come out and stop this. But what about Reece's goal? Oh my God. He is very unwitting. Yeah, people want to say, oh yes, his reaction is like right, maybe his hand, but this goes so quick. No, everyone feels to be a goalkeeper, but believe me, from the league, things go quick. You say you feel sorry. You say you feel sorry for Cecil. I think they might have to take this one. Okay, I think that's where something that Ben Davies or Perisic up against Saka. Saka is one of the best attackers in world football. But Saka gets attracted to the ball. You can see that gap opens up, throwing it up. Too much space, makes it touch, sizes up the shot. It's a beautiful shot. I can't remember an awful example of that. 55 minutes in 3 goals as one side of the business. Arsenal have been back. Look like that. 12 men on the pitch, they're just completely outplayed. They're not got nearer. will have business to win the Guinness record of the strike. It's just amazing. But he has been Arsenal confidence the way kind of tempo and accelerate at the right times. He will have been greatly wrong. But Spurs, for all that, have had their chance. There's one there, David. This is a big moment in the game. Especially on this pretty shooting at home. It's a good piece of play, reversing one into Son. It's a good strike and a really good save by Ramsdale. He has to make changes. He's got to do something different here because it's been so one-sided. This is a bit of a moment where you think, yeah, it could be all this. It's like different between each goal, but there is no direction from what Tottenham are trying to do. Arsenal look organised. They've got Zinchenko coming in just at half-time. Yeah, if this goes in, it changes. It does change the game. You know, that's the only bit of heart you can take out of it for Tottenham. They've been really bad. Arsenal have been great, and they don't two good chances. 4.5 good chances. For me, I think you're talking about one of the greatest managers about. Just let that team go out there and just get absolutely destroyed. He has to change it. If I'm being honest, I think any of us could play with Martin game at the moment. Honestly, no one's got near him. I mean, I can't believe our manager of that quality is not trying to nip this in the bud. It's pretty good. He's been here before. Spurs have been here before this season. Maybe there will be changes in the break. 2-0. It might well have been more. It's a slam dunk for Gunners at the break. Arteta's Arsenal are in cruise control.
Alexa, turn on the rock.
Okay.
Get the right results. Sky Sports coverage of the Premier League, sponsored by We Buy Any Car.
Every day can be extraordinary with thick, creamy, delicious via total yogurt.
Not getting your money's worth. Enjoy a fresh and prepared chicken. Just £1.19. Hard and we'll go and save a minute.
Introducing the fully electric Skoda Enyaq Coupe hybrid. Skoda. People say in business, asking for advice is a weakness. Really, it's a strength. If you have the strength to go and ask that question, I don't think anyone judges you for not knowing something. Sage members like Joanne never feel held back with our helpful business tools and advice from real experts. Sage, helping business flow. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. But now with just £60 deposit per person and spread the cost with flexible monthly payments. Jet2 holidays. Package holidays and trust. After it's all protected.
Deliveroo presents Decision Time. Everything. But what's it going to be this time? Pizza. Yes. I love you. Scrap that. Burgers in town. Come and dance in delicious meaty beauty. Chicken. Go on. Have a big bite. Rain down. Crispy. Tim's ordered. Decision.
Oh, wires. I've got wires coming in. I've got wires coming out of my skin. I don't need them anymore. Dave-o! How you doing, Dave? Good to see you. Good to see you, Dave. Advertising. What am I advertising? Can you hear the TV or something? Can you hear that? Can you hear it? Am I advertising something else? Or the stuff behind me? I don't think so. You talk about stuff behind me? I've not got anything. I'm going to have to start using Adam's bag of tea, coffee though, because I've just finished that bag with that brew there. Oh, the jet tour. Could you hear it? Right. Okay. No, it's not. It normally comes up. It normally comes up on the bottom, saying your stream's about to be suspended. So nothing's come up. So that's fine. It might have been a bit too loud. I've turned it down now. Getting a bit cold in here. Getting a bit bloody cold in here. So I can't remember whether you'd put your answer in, Steve, if Helen had seen stage 4, or Karina, how you getting on with the old Cubano Casper? And I'm sure Casper said him and his nephew were going to have a crack at doing it as well. And Mandy, I think Mandy, did you say you'd got one for a tenner somewhere? Was that you that had said that? I forget who said what. Daniel, how you doing? Good to see you. No problem, though. We did just lose a sub. We were at 211. It's gone down. We lost one. So somebody lost. We lost somebody. Hopefully we'll get him back. We're at 210. Yeah, we smashed the 200 mark. Smashed it. Smashed it. I don't know how many hours we're at, right? I don't know how many hours we're at. Am I on that? I can have a look at that. Well, it says 885 on there, but I don't think that's right. But it takes a while for it to update into this section. So in this section, it says we're at 451. But in my analytics, which is more up to date, the analytics say 885 with 198 subscribers in 3 days. Is your house still standing? Yeah. So, Steve, how did she get on? If you'd said she hasn't, right? Okay, fair enough. I did it again. I watched it again. Watched it back myself and tried to go as if I'd. It's hard to do it as if you don't know what you're doing when you do know what you're doing, if you know what I mean. But I tried to watch it back and I think it makes sense. And then I went on and did it another 3 times just to complete it, to get that in my head again. Because I don't even think about the algorithms anymore. It's all just instinctive now. That's what happens after a bit. Here we go then. They're going to kick off again. They're kicking off. Who's this warming up? Oh, it's Richarlison. What's happening with him? Where's he been? Is he injured? Get him on. Clearly need him. So how are you getting on, Daniel? How's the job? How's the job doing? Must have been a Spurs fan, maybe. Maybe. £10 from Morrison's, right? Okay. Do we really exist at all? You're getting deep, Dave. You're getting deep, son. Dave's getting deep. No filth. No filth, Steve. Oh, I think we're back up to 200. Yes, we're back up to 211. Woo! The Spurs fan's back. Stephen, the Spurs fan's back. It stopped for now, I reckon that's going to say. What time is the quiz? Well, we'll just crack into it, Steve. We'll crack into it. I don't know. We're starting at 8:30. So whenever you lot reckon, we'll wait for a few people to get in because we don't want to start it, do we? I don't know. Put your suggestions in of when we should start it. The stream starts at 8:30. But as your start for Sunday, right? Okay. But you got your delivery and stuff, didn't you? I remember that's where you were at. I think the last time I spoke to you, you were getting your deliv of your wood. The last layout and corners are annoying you. Just don't look at it, Mandy. Don't look at it. Turn it upside down so the white face is on top and it looks like it's finished. Don't look at it too hard. Fate, Steve. Yes. Yeah. Well, obviously, I don't want. I want as many of you to be. Vim, how you doing? Good to. Oh, hang on. What's happening here? Is that you, Vim? What was that? The Watford way. The Watford way. That's not. Looks like Vim's signature. Then how are you, Watford way? Who might this be? How are you, Watford way? Good to see you in the stream. It's not Vim. Do we know who Watford way is? Who are you, Watford way? Reveal yourself. Do you like trains? I know one person from Watford, and it's Bob John Spoon. That's the only person I know that lives in Watford, Bob John Spoon. And I doubt it's Bob John Spoon. And if it is Bob John Spoon, she'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not, though. Or Juicy Lonson. Bob John Spoon or Juicy Lonson is the only person I know from Watford. I do like trains, Mr. Bean. Straight in with it. Just like Mr. Bean. Brilliant. What's got a big gap? The Watford gap, yes. What is your connection? James, another James. Oh, another James. So you're not Lucy Johnson. The only person I know from Watford was a friend of mine who used to go to university with, who was called Lucy Johnson. But I used to call her Bob, because obviously that's what happens. Bob John Spoon. That's what happens to a name when you've taken a few bits and bobs. Somebody's name goes from Lucy Johnson to Bob John Spoon. So I just used to call her Bob. Bob. Come on then, Spurs. What are you happening? Are you doing something? Are you going to actually come? Ooh, nearly. How are you doing anyway then, James? Another James. We just had a James. Daniel, you missed James from the Tool Army was in just before you came in earlier on for the first half. He's in Florida. And he was about to go off and watch his team. What was his team, everyone? Can't remember what his team was. His NFL team. He was about to go off and watch his team. Who remembers what T'other James's team was? And what's the connection then, James, of the Watford way? What is the connection? How have you connected to the channel? You know, I'm nosy. I'm a nosy blog, a nosy Parker. Is it from the reactions? Is it from Tool? Is it from just stumbling in? Just stumbling in? Luce Johnson? No, she wasn't loose. She was going out with Alexis. Alexis Darius. She was lovely. She was funny. Lucy was. There's a picture of her in the Book of Life. The Book of Life's through the way, though. And it is very like her. So as soon as you saw her, you go, I know her. 49ers, was it the 49ers? Thanks, Louise. Right, yes. So, Daniel, yeah, we met James from the Tool Army. And he was James as well. His YouTube name is Triad or Triad. I don't know which way to say it, Triad or Triad. But yeah, he was in to say hello to everyone, which was nice. I've got 3 content cats now. Fair enough. Just come up in your YouTube recommends. Lovely jubbly. Well, that's how it works, I suppose. The algorithm's doing something right, even though I'm trying to break it. I'm trying to smash it in its face, clean in its face. The algorithm, by doing a bit of everything and not conforming to one genre or one style of video. We're just cracking everything out down here, James. No filth. No filth. Although we do get a bit of blue. Oof. And are you a football man, James? Is Watford your team by any chance? Perchance? Are you watching the game, James? You will answer our questions. You will answer our questions, James. We have many, many questions. Well, we're doing a quiz tonight, James. If you want to come in for the quiz, we're doing that. I'm assuming you're in Watford. That's where I'm assuming you live. Or you're currently residing in Watford. In the UK is the assumption I'm taking from your name. Your YouTube handle. You're not getting it? You overtired? I tried to make it as straightforward as I could. Maybe it was. You just go back a stage. Just go back a stage. Stage 4 is all about using what you learned in stage 3, that trigger move on both hands. And it's all aligning the centers. It's all about aligning it up. You just have to remember it as a puzzle. And it's all about aligning the colours with the colours. And then, oh, go on then. Yeah. Oh. Ho, 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 ho. Good save, Ramsdale. They're straight off here. They've come out much better than they were in the first half. Watford is your team, yes, and you have the biggest Watford fan channel across socials. Excellent. Right. Well, you need to pop your. Is that what your channel's called? The Watford Way. We'll all be in checking you out now, James. That's the way it works. In fact, I can just do that now, can't I? Watford Way. I can go and see your channel. Go to channel. There we go. Subscribed. All notifications. 630 subs on your YouTube channel. You've now got 631, son. Congratulations. The Watford Way, right? Okay, so you're a Watford man. Excellent. Subbed up to your channel, my friend. All subbed up. And I will check you out as of later. There we go. So if anyone didn't see that there, it's just called the Watford Way. The YouTube channel is at the Watford Way, as per the name. And I am subbed up. Are you 632 subs now? Straight in at 632. Bosh, 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 bosh. Well, James, I'm having an explosion of subs based on a band called Tool. I don't know whether you've ever heard of the band Tool. I don't know what age you are. I'm 45. Never heard of the band Tool. Discovered them from Adam. I think Adam is unwell, actually. I think he might be having some vertigo currently. So that's why we might not hear from him. He was going to do the live stream, wasn't he? But he's not been feeling great. Can't remember the point of that conversation. No, that's gone out of my head. Oh, yes. So I'm doing the Tool reactions. And it was Adam that had told me about Tool. He said, how come you've never heard of Tool? So I started doing the reactions. 3 days ago, we were at 44 subs on the channel, James, and we're up at 211 now, currently sitting. 211. So it's been overwhelming, as I said. The Jameses, I don't know. We'll have to call one Watford James and Florida James. Or one will have to be Jim. Do you get called anything else, James? Do you get shortened? I know a lot of Jameses don't like to get shortened. Do you ever get shortened to Jim or Jimmy? Or Jambo? Do you have a nicker? Do you have a nickname? You're not going to subscribe. Watford fan is not. He's not subscribing. The Norwich fan's not subscribing. Oh, shocking! Martinelli can't beat the first man at a corner. And I think one of the matches I watched the other day, there was 2 foul throw-ins in the game. 2 foul throw-ins. Can't believe it. Oh, there's James again. There's other James. You like that at the bottom of all your intolerance? Good. I'm glad you like that. Glad you like that, James. And we've got another guy. We have 2 new Jameses in. James and James are now in there. We were just saying, well, how are we going to distinguish between the 2 Jameses now? So, do either of the Jameses, that is Triad and the Watford Way, welcome to each other, Triad and the Watford Way. You are both James. Do either of you have a nickname? Do either of you have a nickname? Like Ashley, that's not in. He's Nighty. He's Ashley Knight, but he gets Nighty. And Stone, that's on there. He's Stone Outdoor Adventures, but he's Dave and his brother Andy. Ooh! So do either of the Jameses have nicknames? Human Wine. What is that, Kirsty? Human Wine. Jimbo. Did somebody say Jimbo? Have I missed that? What's the quiz about later? Well, it'll be. I've tried to do it, James. Are you going to be? Who's going to be who? By the way, who's been Jimbo? Did somebody say they're going to be Jimbo? What we're going to call the Jameses, yeah. Right, okay. Did I miss a Jimbo somewhere? Some people call you Jim Bob, right? Okay, so Jim Bob then. So we'll call you Jim Bob. Are you happy with Jim Bob or Jimbo? Can we go with Jimbo? Or Triad? Well, we'll keep. You can stay as James then, and we'll have Jimbo for the Watford way, right? So Jimbo. If I'm saying Jimbo, I'm meaning the Watford way, and if I'm saying James, it's Triad, right? Bosh, we sorted. See how quickly we get that sorted. Organisation up to 212. Everyone, woo! 212. So can't remember. Oh yeah, the quiz. So the quiz, Jimbo. I've tried to do. I'm trying to test it to see if it works because people have asked for a quiz. Because I'll go with what people ask. I'll give the people what they want, or try to anyway. That's my nursing instinct because I'm a nurse to trade, a qualified nurse. So I like to try and please everyone. That's not always possible, I know, but people had suggested a quiz, like the name of the channel. Everything was suggested and ideas from all of the community, that all the people that you're seeing in and around you. So what's happening here? Is there somebody going to get sent? So everything about this channel really so far has been what the community has sort of asked for, and I'll try to keep that on those lines because otherwise it doesn't really work. It's a bit pointless. And as long as I enjoy it and everyone else enjoys it, then it works. So the quiz, I'm trying to test out questions that are not easily Googleable or searchable, if you know what I mean, Jimbo. So that's what the quiz. It'll just be 10 questions tonight because we do a stream like Rum and Rants. I do Rum and Rants on a Sunday night, a Monday night, a Tuesday night, a Thursday. That's the Rum and Rants live streams. And we try to do about an hour and 20 minutes, just shooting the shit, really talking a lot of crap to each other or having a subject, seeing how everyone's getting on, seeing how everyone's day's been. There's a few people in the stream that don't always keep well with their health. So we like to keep a check on how everyone's getting on in terms of that as well. So, so we like I said, just building this community. And one of the things, I think it was Pip and my brother Darren and Pip that had asked for a quiz. So we'll try it to see if it works. So we'll try it, and we'll probably start around 8:45 tonight. The stream starts at 8:30 tonight, our time here in the UK, and we'll try and start the quiz at about 8:45. I'm still not 100% sure how we'll do the answers, but I'll think about that in between finishing this stream and coming on later on. But I've just got 2 more questions that I'm trying to do it so it's not, you can't just quickly search it. Not that I think people would, because that will be pointless nature of a quiz. And if it works, then we'll do it on a regular and we'll have more questions. Obviously more work for me, but that's fine. I don't have anything else to do. The names you get called, Stephen, you get called lots of other stuff. You guys with 3 names. It's a band, right? Okay, so Human Wine's a band, right? No, I've never heard of that one. Human Wine, never heard of them. I put them on my list. I've got my list. They can go on next to Porcupine Tree and the Wheel by Wheel. And I've got Maynard's other bands here as well. So what it was, Human Wine. Looking for some suitable tangents. And Kirsty, is there a particular song that you think would be good to start with from Human Wine? What are you reckoning? What do you reckon? Oof. Is he still there? Is Daniel still there? I don't think he'll cheat at all. I don't think he'll cheat. The Barnesy might cheat. I don't think he'll cheat at all. We'll try doing it short enough so that it's not that you don't get long for the questions. But we can that's what the test's all about, to see if it works. See if we need longer for the questions, shorter for the questions. Do we do the answers immediately after each question, or do we store them for 5 questions, or however long the round is? All that to be refined by me and thee this evening. So a few things still to get ironed out, but the basics are there, and it should work because I've seen lots of other people that are doing quizzes online, and they seem to work. So and giving prizes, which I'd like to do. I'd like to give prizes as well. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But then that's we're getting into serious stuff. Then serious stuff with prizes. Yeah, researcher, that's your real job. Okay. Dance of Death, Iron Maiden. Now, I know the band, but I don't know the song. And you see, the thing is, James, with Iron Maiden, it might be that I put it on. I don't know the name of that. I don't know the song name, but I might put it on, and then I have actually heard it. Dance of Death. Like, I definitely listened to Nirvana when I was in the, at that age in the 90s, early 90s, and all the rest of it, and growing up and listening to music as getting into music. Being born in 77, late 80s, early 90s, and through from there is really when my influences and music started properly. But then as you get older, you can get exposed to bands from the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, can't you? So definitely I've got a wide range. A wide range, everyone. Magnum. I know. I think I've heard that name as well. Not Magnum PI. No, not the man with his tash. No. Yeah, I think I will. I think I will. It's all tangents, isn't it? My focus will definitely be on Tool because I think that's where the journey started. But I like the idea of tangents. Kahoot. Right. I'll bracket that because I'm in the music section here. But Kahoot for quiz live streams. Quiz live streams. Oops. So I got my pen out now. I'm going to start filling at work now. Revolta Silenciosa. Good song, but not sure if you'll like the band. Right, okay. That's interesting. Revolta. Okay. Revolta. Well, I've never heard of the band, so that's a good starting point. That's what I'm looking for, obviously, as well as anything else. Silenciosa. Yeah, some of them. I think they'll be fine. I think I can't think whether I've got any multiple choice ones. No, I think the last two I could do multiple choice for the last two because like I said, I've got 10. I mean, I've got 8, 7. No, 8, 9, and 10. I've still to do. I've got 8 questions. I've still got 9 and 10 to do. Okay, no problem, Stephen. Check you later. But handball's not a music reaction, is it, Casper? And I've told you, send me something on handball. Link me in, man. Link me in. IG me, baby. Best band you've seen live, Dave. Nice one. And what about Tom Selleck? Have you ever seen him live? Straight to ice cream. I think that's when I say, who do you all think will win the quiz? Who knows? Rush. I know Rush. I know that band as well. I know Rush. Jungle. What kind of music is that? Jimbo, what's Jungle? Jim Bob, what is that? Oh, Harry, he was having his shirt pulled off his back there, ref. Oof. Jungle. I've never heard of Jungle either. Jungle. What genre are we in there? Jim Bob, what genre are we in? Neil Peart, right. I'm 50-50 on close friends. Oh, 50-50 on Rush. Great musicians, though. R.I.P. Neil Peart and Danny Carey were close friends. Oh, right, were they? Right, okay. Neil Peart and Danny Carey. Fantasy Island? No, I don't, Dave. I don't think I do remember Fantasy Island. A bit of everything, do they? Right, okay. Well, I've you know, it's been some a voyage of discovery with Tool, so that, like I said, will remain my focus. But I like to do some random tangents. Who doesn't like a random tangent every now and then? You never know what you're going to get, as Forrest said. The band is steampunk genre. They played at the Steampunk World Fair. Steampunk? Wow. Never heard of that as a genre, Kirsty. Steampunk, but there you go. Showing your age. You're not that old. You're just a bit old. Just a bit old. It's just a bit old. Smash it, smash the like. I've not even hit the like myself. It's at number 7 for me. I've hit my own like. I've liked it myself. Excuse me. You remember it too. It's okay, Louise. It's okay. Like I say, after this, I'm nearly finishing. I've just finished editing the outro of Ego Death by Polymorphia. Polyphia, just to finish editing the outro of that, and that will go live pretty much straight off. And then I will do my 2 questions that I need to do last for the quiz, and then I will record the next track from Tool and get lost in that track from them. Two 0. This is pretty rubbish from Spurs, isn't it? Pretty rubbish. Even with all that pushing at the start of the first half, they've not really come up with anything. Is Richarlison on? He's not even on, Richarlison. Need to get him on the pitch, didn't they? Steampunk is based on Victorian fashion with a modern spin. See, I'm learning so much from everyone. That's great. That's what one of the things about doing these streams. You learn so much from everyone. Did you notice every guitar has an extra string? I struggle with 4 or 6. You mean in the video? Because it's a video. I didn't see that video. I think it was only out 3 months ago. The official video for Ego Death. It already had 10 million views. Polyphia, Ego Death, 10 million. So it's the music video. And I've tried to I've done me half and half because I was too small otherwise with just putting the video, because the video is it's all right. The video is, so I've done me half and half so you can still see me. Because as everybody pointed out in the Tool reactions, there's no point in having me tiny. People are watching to see how I react, aren't they? So yes, point well made. Early on in those reaction for the music, the point is that people are looking at how I react, which would translate across all the reactions, I suppose. Waiting. I also remember the Porkies. Yeah, I remember Porkies, Steve. That's because it was rude. Ambo! And what's her face was in it, wasn't she? From Sex and the City. What's her name? Played Samantha Jones in Sex and the City. Can't think what her name is. Her actual name. Somebody will tell me. But yeah, she was in it. Oh, yeah, remember Porkies. Well, to do with the World Fair. Right, okay. I'm a Tottenham fan. I'm not a Tottenham fan. That's my team. I'm not a Tottenham fan. I just like to stream good games. I'll just stream the good games that are on. There's Richarlison coming on. I'm not a Tottenham fan at all. I'm a Man United fan. And even though I'm from the Midlands, it's because my dad's a huge Man United fan. My dad's from Mauritius. I'm also a Wolves fan as well. Wolves are my sort of second team. I did grow up watching Wolves, to the age of 10 and 11. And then from there, it really went on to Man United. After going to Old Trafford and watching Brian Robson play for the first time. Watching Brian Robson play for the first time, I was starstruck. And that was against Norwich, Steve. That was against Norwich. The first match I watched live at Old Trafford was against Norwich. We did a charity event before the game for our junior football club, which was the Wordsley Wasps. We pushed a 6-foot football around the pitch 100 times for charity. And then we watched the match. We went into the dressing rooms and saw all the strips and everything, had a tour of the ground, and then we watched the match. And I remember saying to my dad, "Who is Norwich, Dad? Who's Norwich?" But it was Norwich. That's the first game I watched live at the ground. Man United versus Norwich. So yeah, I'm a Man United fan. Jim Bob, Man United. But I just like football and sport in general, and I'll try and stream sporting events that are worth streaming for definite. I thought this would be a closer game, but it's obviously not. I thought I'd already seen that. That's just like, it's a replay. That's what I was going to say. That just looks like exactly what happened a second ago. Jousters. No, not at all, mate. Not at all. I just like to put the football on. And even though it's a watch along of the football, we don't generally talk about football. We just talk about whatever we talk about. And I'll tell you if anything happens in the football. Like, I've not even got the thing up here. Look, what happened to that thing? Was I changing that or something? We've not even got the score up. I did have the score up, yeah. So yeah, that's the way the football streams normally work, Jim Bob. I just watch the game along, and people come in and we chat. Generally, not always about the sport. Buffalo is Hamlin. Oh yeah, I think he did get out of hospital. I think he did. I'm sure I heard that on the news. Giants versus Vikings later, right? Okay. When you saw him in Crossroads, there's a blast from the past. Liverpool and Torquay. But my friend Lucy, Lucy Johnson, that is from Watford as well. She was a massive Watford fan as well. And they were in the Premier League when I knew her, Watford. So she loved that. Got a good team, Watford, at the moment. Got a good team. People not trying to rob your players at the moment, Jim Bob, They did? No, they didn't. Man United won. But I saw Norwich had a good win yesterday, Steve, didn't they? Was it 3-0 in the end or something? At the stadium, right, okay. We don't generally talk about football, man. It might pop up. It's just whatever else pops up, that's what we'll chat about. Like I said, I've got good stuff on my list from doing this. The list's normally reserved for rum and ranting. Sub time for Spurs. I think it's a bit too late for subs. I suppose they could still get a couple of goals back here. Make it a bit interesting. 4-0 was it? Oof, that was a good one, Steve. 4-0. A few January editions. Where are you looking for? What positions are you short on? Where are you short in the old Watford team? Where you're a bit light. Man United and Glentoran. Yeah, definitely United and Wolves. I've been down to the Wolves, obviously, with my nephew's season ticket when he's not around. So it would be remiss of me to say that I didn't really keep an eye on what Wolves were doing as well, for sure. I always have done, really. After going and watching Bully and Much in the 4th division on the South Bank, standing up on the South Bank. Bully and Much. Can't beat a bit of Bully and Much. I think we won. I think it was a United 2-1, 2-1. Brian Robson swallowed his tongue. That's why I remember in front of us in the goal. Tried to go for a header. He carried on playing, of course. That was Robbo, wasn't it? Oh, has he only played 2 games though, Steve? Gakpo, he's only played twice, hasn't he? He did all right yesterday. Well, I don't think any of them did all right yesterday, did they? only 6 Watford managers away from Christmas. Andy Much drives a taxi by you, does he? No way. That's what he's become, a taxi driver. Muchy. He had a funny little walk, Andy Much did. Is he not a bit bow-legged, Andy Much? That's what I seem to have in my head of him. Watching Turkey beat Man United 4-2. 4 up at half-time pre-season. I've not been to Old Trafford for a little bit, actually. Not since I've been back in England. I've not been to Old Trafford. Managed to get down from Scotland to see them, but not since I've been back in England. And I've got a bit of that. I might be able to do some of these things. That would be a nice bit of content going off to see United, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm sure you'd all enjoy watching me watch Man United. Well, we'd be able to watch the match, wouldn't we? We'd just be able to the journey in there and all the other stuff. Oh, they've got the draft excluder going on. What's happening? What they're saying they're not happy with, or because they're off the white line. They're not on the white line, everyone. They're not on the white line. What's happening here? It's very elaborate currently. No, that was no good. That is no good. Gary Bailey got stuck in the net trying to remove Bogrol. Talking player scored from off. Wow, did he? Bogrol in the net, that old one, that old chestnut. Who's put the Bogrol in the net? Martinelli off, Kieran Tierney on. Brazil for Scotland. Brazil for Scotland there, everyone. Where's Gary today? Get up, son. $10 minutes to go, everyone. Plus extra, whatever's extra. The Spurs really need to do something now. If they want to take anything, even a cheeky draw, they need to burst into life here. How bad have they been? The fall from the top 4 has been pretty... Oh, what was that? Pretty fast, hasn't it? Their fall from the top 4 Spurs. 5th now. 33 points. They'll haven't played 19 games. It's just come up on the telly. That's not my super memory there or anything. Oh, Newcastle have moved back. They're equal points with United now, but they're a game in hand. Man United got a game in hand. Newcastle played 19. So United have gone back to 4th. Newcastle into 3rd. So City on 39, Man United on 38, and City on 39, Newcastle on 38, Man United on 38. Newcastle have played 19 games. Right, okay. It's good remembering stuff like that. I just remember, I remember very little from that match apart from the actual. I remember pushing the ball around because that was great because we couldn't actually go on the pitch; it just had to be around the outside. I remember going into the dressing rooms and seeing Brian Robson's shirt, number 7, and I remember walking up high to the seat, and then looking down at the program in front of this vast, massive pitch that was in front of me. And seeing Norwich and going, who are Norwich, Dad? And I think it was that game that my dad had bought a scarf for himself, a Man United scarf that he gave to me at the end of the match, and that was it. I was a Man United fan from then on, and then thereforth. And that I remember Brian Robson swallowing his tongue after trying to go for a header, attacking a corner, a Man United corner. Whoop. Oh, no, come on then. Somebody's going to put it. Someone's got to put it in. Put it in. Put it in. Put it in. Oh, it's just going mental in the box here. Oh. How many times are they going to try and get the ball in the box here? Arsenal can't get out at all. Oh. Oh, no. Richarlison tried a little cheeky one. Tried. Yeah, because of all the pumpings we got, Korea. All the pumpings at the start of the season that we got. The deserved pumpings that have brought us to where we are now, actually. That's why we're playing as well as we are now, surely. All these pumpings that we got. But there we go. Brighton. Liverpool. Done the same. Brentford are just playing so well as well. Fowler scored from a free kick, did he? Excellent. Robbie Fowler, another great striker. Naturally gifted, eh? And he made that faux pas with doing the cocaine, sniffing along the line, didn't he? That landed him in trouble. The old sniff of the lion. And the ref's is he going to put his flag up now? Oh, no. Just wanting a bit of an exciting last 5 minutes if Spurs get a goal here. Don't particularly want either of them to win. A draw would be ideal, I suppose. If we're talking about halting Arsenal a little bit. And everyone's been talking about, Man United. Everyone refuses to say Man United are in the title race. And you know what? See the way the league looks now? Then the league says they're in the title race. What happens, how it looks in February, it might say that they're not in the title race. But currently, if you go on what the table says, then surely the top 5-6 teams are in a title race. And Man United are in fourth. So you'd like Arsenal to get halted. I don't think we're by any means can we win the title, but you never know, do you? Leicester won it. And Greece won the championships. He doesn't need a kilt. Stop trying to give people kilts, Kirsty. The kilts need to be left. I've told you where the kilts need to be left. In Scotland with the Scottish. It suits them the best. And that's where it should be left. There should be no kilts outside of Scotland anywhere. Unless it's traditional for that country. What is it with you trying to get people to... What is your obsession with kilts, Kirsty? Can you explain your obsession with kilts? You and these bloody kilts. You make me laugh with these kilts. Oh, is it right? Isn't it? But you've not watched not to watch anything. Well, I've been to Hampden a few times, but it wasn't always to watch football. That Hampden used to be behind my house that me and Suzanne lived in Scotland, literally behind it. And we watched a few concerts and and bands play there. And I also watched a couple of matches and all. Doesn't need a kilt. Spencer still needs a kilt. That's funny. I think you were trying to get... We're not trying to get EB to wear a kilt as well. That we need to get that into one of the lines of your song. She's obsessed with kilts. There's Daniel piping up now about the kilt agenda. Just wants to check the myth. It's true. I can tell you it's true. They don't wear anything. I went to a lot of weddings in Scotland and events where my wife at the time and family desperately tried to get me to wear a kilt. I said, no, I'm not wearing a kilt. I'm not Scottish. I'm not wearing a kilt. I shall wear trousers like most people. Not everybody wore a kilt. Some people refuse to wear kilts as well. The Scottish sometimes refuse to wear kilts because they think they're as ridiculous as what they are. But very, very handsome gentlemen that do wear them, and they do look very, very good on some people. You got to have the right legs. You got to have your sporran. You got to have your little knife and knee underwear, and that's how they wear them. I don't know. I don't know whether the Irish have kilts, Louise. I'm sure Karina will tell us. I don't know whether it's traditional in Ireland. No idea. Yes, sarong, that horrific sarong you walk. You do, you're right, okay. No, I definitely haven't got the legs for it. But people said that you wear big, thick socks with it as well, don't you? So they said it doesn't matter about your legs because really all you're showing is your knee, really. The top of your shin and the knees, all that get shown because the kilt will be down to your knee. And then the big, thick socks that you wear are covering up your legs. But it doesn't matter whether you've got skinny legs. I just wouldn't wear a kilt. I'm not Scottish. Why would I wear a kilt? It's almost like I shouldn't. I'm not allowed to wear a kilt. You need for me. It's just I just never wanted to. I was tried to be persuaded a few times. No, I'm not doing it. Not wearing a kilt. They tried to go with, well, you're an honorary Scot. You've been here for long enough. You're an honorary Scot now. No, I'm still not wearing a kilt. Yes, maybe Steve. Steve, just Dave. Steve, because it's got stir. I want to say Steve. Yes, Dave, maybe. You just think it would be funny, right? Let me read what you're saying. Yeah, but yeah, I don't really know what to say. You obviously are obsessed with people in kilts, then, because you could remember specifically seeing two people, someone from Maryland and someone from Texas and Vegas, wearing kilts. It's novelty. People that are not from Scotland that wear kilts, or Ireland. I don't know how popular they are in Ireland. I'm sure that Karina will tell us if they are popular or whether people get forced to wear them or how it goes in Ireland. I don't know. I've never lived in Ireland, but I've lived in Scotland, and some of the Scots were forced to wear them and didn't want to and thought they just had to for the occasion, and others just refused to wear them, and some just loved wearing it. So there was a good mix of people from Scotland. They either loved wearing it, either would wear it when they were forced to, or just refused to wear it. It's a political minefield. Well, me personally, I've no interest in seeing Spencer in a kilt, and I've no interest in seeing EB in a kilt. In fact, you could probably just put that underline that for everyone. I've no interest in seeing anyone in a kilt. That's my tuppence on kilts. See, the more you say, it doesn't actually sound like a word. Kilt, kilts, kilt. Spurs, you are bad at this. Trying to play football malarkey. Home team can't even score a goal. That ball was moving when he played that. Can't even score a goal, the home team. They've been awful. It's been terrible. I think most Americans are double-barreled, though. Like Italian American or Irish American, so they're very proud of their heritage. Yes, very. Same as the Scots. Very proud of their heritage. I think most countries aren't they, generally? But as I said, there are definitely three types of male in Scotland. The ones that love the kilt, the ones that hate it but wear it because they've been forced into it, and the ones that hate it and never wear it. It can't be very practical. It can't be very nice wearing a kilt all day to an event anyway. I don't know how comfortable it is. Does Alex ever wear a kilt? Karina? Why isn't there an American English? Well, they're all American. They're all that. Every one of them is that. We'll just take that for granted, Steve, that they all are. Same as the Australian English, the New Zealand English. Oh, 5 minutes, ref. Come on. Put us out of our misery here. Put Spurs out of their misery. Horrific. They're going to get slaughtered again in the media, especially for that error from that own goal from Lloris. Terrible. Oh, is he English? Right, okay. I would never wear a kilt. Sounds very familiar. That sounds very familiar. Pretty much just what I said, isn't it? It's not for me. It's not for me. It wasn't from me. Well, you just take the free kick anyway, though. You just have it, son. Scattered around the planet, around the plane. I've got family in Mauritius, and I think some of them have potentially moved over to India as well, as there's better prospects for jobs there. They go and make a bit of money in India, then come back to Mauritius after 5 or 6 years, or go and study in India sometimes. But my family in Mauritius is so big, there's people I won't have met and aren't aware of. I know my cousins that are of similar age to me, but there'll be more and more offspring from cousins and cousins of cousins of cousins of cousins, etc. You know what I mean? Families grow. It was freeing because you're bored. Well, don't stop now, Kirsty. I think is the message from all of us. Stop trying to get people to wear kilts. We don't share your boredom. I'm not seeing enough people in kilts, Kirsty. We don't share your boredom. Stop right now. Thank you very much. Just timber, not composite. I did see that message in. You were asking what type of stuff was getting used. You will not stop. Well, we'll keep fighting you to keep coming back at you with, please don't wear a kilt. See, every time you put in for somebody to wear a kilt, I'm going to come straight back at it. Whatever chat room you're in, I'm going to follow you around, Kirsty. Whatever chat room you go in and mention kilts, I'm going to say, don't do it immediately after your message. How you doing, Alex? Kilties. Good to see you. You're in at the back end of the stream here, aren't you? But I'm glad to hear that you're also not a kilt wearer. But don't talk to Kirsty too long. She'll have you in one in no time. That Kirsty, Queen of the Lost Charger. How are we doing on the sub front here? Still at 212. Oh no, we've dropped one. We've lost another one. We're back down to 211, everyone. We're definitely up and down here at the moment. We've dropped down to 211 again. That's Kirsty unsubscribed now. Back down to 211 from 212. It's funny, isn't it? It's just started to do that the last day. Up and down a little bit now. How's it hanging? Erectus Clockers. South Africa, Western USA, Scotland, Ireland, and Siberia. Bloody hell, Dave. That's it. That game's finished. Thank for that. Kirsty Queen of Kilts. Guilty as charged. Nick, guilty as charged. Nick, when's your next stream? When are you streaming, son? What's happening? Is there somebody wanting a bit of fight? Or somebody in the crowd trying to scrap here? Oh, look, now everyone's going down. Now everyone's going down to see what's happening. Something to do with Ramsdale. I missed it. I can go back and see what happened, of course. What did happen there? As Richarlison's having a fight with him. Oh, and then the fans. Then there's a fan. Oh, did a fan kick him there? On the hoardings, did he actually get a kick at him? He kicked somebody. That fan. Oh, you're all over the TV, you absolute idiot. You're all over the TV kicking somebody there. I didn't see who he kicked. I think it's the steward he kicks, isn't it? Tottenham fan, idiot. You're all over the... There's no point trying to run back into the crowd. We can see you. I can see you crawling back up. What a fool. Getting onto the hoardings and kicking somebody. Idiot. It has. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, because he's just wearing his trousers and his kilt, isn't he? That's where it maybe comes from. It is. We've embedded that into her brain, Alex. Both your parents are Welsh, but you're not. But you're blonde. One blonde uncle on your mum's side before you start with the with the milkman jokes. So some Vikings, probably, yeah, Vikings. 66% east of England, 90% Scandi, and the rest is Germanic. Ooh, Steve, that's good. That's a good mix. Tried to kick Ramsdale. I saw that. I know he tried to kick. But what an idiot that Spurs fan is. I bet he won't be back in that ground next week or for a few weeks to come. I think he kicked the steward in the end, didn't he? Idiot. You almost want to... I'm happy for Arsenal go down there and actually celebrate. Well, Arsenal are at the top. They're the best team at the moment, aren't they? No one can beat them. So we'll see where they go from here. So let's end it there, everyone. Let's end it because I need to go and get this quiz sorted. 8:30 this evening. We'll start the quiz after a few people have come in. We'll see who comes in. We'll see what time it is. We'll aim for about 8:45 to start the quiz. It's only 10 questions, like I said, just to see if it works. And thanks, everyone, for coming in. Sorry, Alex, I know you're just in, but that's fine. Seeing you's fine. That's all we need to know is you're still about, you're still there, and you don't wear kilts. Nice one, Alex. And I'll check back with you all again about 8:30 if you're free to come in, and we'll continue on where we've left off here. I will drop the Polyphia video of Ego Death shortly once I've finished editing the end bit. Thanks to the Spanners, special nod for the Spanners, and special thanks to everyone for coming in. And the two new, Jimbo and James, the two new people onto the stream today. They might not be in, they might be out now. But thanks to everyone again for sitting and chewing the fat, shooting the shit, and all the rest of it. And I will see you in a couple of hours or something like that, isn't it? And we'll